Hi guys. Hi. So I just showered, straightened my hair. I'm gonna do kind of an everyday look for you guys. As you can see, I had a little breakout recently. I don't know if it's the weather or what it was, because I haven't really had bad breakouts in years, but I do have acne scarring and discoloration, just like most people, so skin's not perfect. And yeah, this is my everyday makeup routine. I don't really think there's any rules when it comes to makeup. I think it's just a matter of practicing and seeing what works for you. So no comments like, oh, you should do it this way or you shouldn't do it this way, because do what you want. But you might learn some things from what I show you. So let's get started. So I just pulled my bangs back just to keep my makeup out of my face. I'm taking the Real Techniques contour brush, and these brushes are like 3 for 20 bucks. They're super cheap, and they're made by Sam Chapman, which is one of the Pixie Woo girls on YouTube, and they're amazing at makeup. So they're really good brushes, but they use them for completely different things than I do. So it's up there. Looks like this. And I'm taking Select Cover Up by MAC in the lightest shade because I'm trying to like brighten up my under eye area, and I just burped, so that it's just really bright under there. I'm like that Kim K thing going on. I'm gonna need a mirror so I can kind of see more than the camera. So it's gonna look super bright under my eyes, and it'll look a little crazy. I'm trying to, like, the lighting in here is so bad, so I'm gonna try and improve that. And I'm also using my laptop, which makes things kind of hard. So you just want to blend that out. And the reason I like Select Cover Up is because it like freezes, so it doesn't move anywhere. You'll see in a lot of regular concealers that you get little crease lines in here throughout the day, and I just don't get that with this. So that's why I use this under the eyes. Other than that, I really don't use concealer that much. My foundation pretty much covers everything I want it to. But yeah, I always look like a psycho when I do this because I'm so white. It is so bright, but you just want to blend it out. And most people don't realize the darkest part is actually in here. You'll notice it's like black or blue. That's where you want to put most under eye concealer. It's not usually under here unless you have really big bags. So I'm kind of highlighting and covering my bags at the same time. So once that is all blended, I'm going to take my foundation, and I'm using Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. I don't know what shade I am, but I love this foundation. And I just take a little bit on my hand. I do everything on my hand. So, and I'm using another Real Techniques brush for my foundation. This is the buffing brush. This kind of brush is amazing for foundation. It like buffs in and makes your face look flawless. I like these way better than an actual, foundation style brush like this one. They don't cover as well for me, and then I end up just using more foundation. I find that you use less foundation if you get a full coverage foundation. If you get one that's kind of sheer, well, then you're just going to keep piling it on until you have more. So there's nothing wrong with a full coverage foundation. It's not going to break you out any more than the leading guy. So I'm just buffing this in. I wish this wasn't so bright right now. I'm just going to buff this in and make sure it covers everything. And as you can see, this is almost barely existent anymore, and it really doesn't bug me. So once your face is all the same color, it's so much brighter on here than it really is. Maybe if I turn this out. Oh, now we're too dark. Alright. Need some natural light up in here. Alright, for bronzer, right now I've been using the Tokidoki bronzer in Diavolina, something like that. And it's really cute. I flip through bronzers like crazy. They're all pretty much the same to me. And if you need help, do a little fishy face to find your contour cheekbone. This just gives your face a shape. I do this every day without fail, at least the skin part. And then next I'm going to use Dainty Blush, Mineralized Blush from MAC. I like the mineralized ones in the summer because they're kind of shimmery and golden. It's really pretty. Ugh, I hate how you guys can't see that well. And now the face looks kind of like evened out. And my last step is, forgot to bring it out, a highlighter. And I always use Albatross from NARS. It just gives your skin like a nice glow. And I put it up there. Okay. Now over to the eyes. I usually start with Urban Decay Primer Potion, which is a liquid gel kind of formula. Makes your eyeshadow stay in place all day long and not crease. And then I also use a base liquid, and that is just something that is colored to bring out the pigmentation of the eyeshadow you're using. So I'm just doing a neutral look, so I'm going to use a bare color. This is a paint pot. But say if you wanted to do black eyeshadow, then you would use a really dark base to help bring out the pigmentation of the eyeshadow. This was like the biggest thing I learned in makeup. Having a base helps bring out the color of the eyeshadow so much more than regular skin, because it's like sticks to the liquid. So I'm gonna use this skin color eyeshadow from Laura Mercier. This is called Morning Dew. And I'm going to put this everywhere, all over the lid. It's kind of like your classic like pin-up look where everything's light and then the crease is really defined. It's my favorite look that I do. And don't swipe too much, more pat it in, that makes it stay. If you don't have brushes, you can use those little applicators that some of the things come with. You could even use a Q-tip if need be, especially for like underneath. Alright, now that that's all on, I'm going to take this light taupey color from Urban Decay. I think the color is actually called Naked. And my favorite brush in the world, the 217 by MAC. It's a crease brush. And this is just the round fluffy brush. You can get them for like $3 from Target, like a Revlon one or whatever. But you can use other brushes for the same thing. It's just about fluffing it into the crease. This is the easiest way to make your eyeshadow pretty, is with a fluff brush. It does all the work for you. It's all about just blending it properly. Windshield wiper motions, and you can just see the crease pops out a little more now. The big thing in this look isn't even the eyeshadow, it's more so like the eyeliner. You want to keep everything really neutral and pretty. And then I'm going to take one that's a little shade darker. This is called Saddle. It's a MAC eyeshadow. Usually I just use a palette, but these colors are like for my signature nude look, so that's why they're on single eyeshadows. It's just a look that I've come up with that I'm kind of used to doing now, so I like to use these shadows, so I haven't pulled out a palette to do this. And everything for this is really matte. These are not shimmery eyeshadows, but you're welcome to use shimmers. Okay, so I just did the same thing with that. Now, I'm taking an almost black, like this brown is so dark. And this is called Mekong, and it's a NARS eyeshadow. I'm using the same brush, but just putting a tiny bit of this on the tip and running this down into my lash line. So it kind of creates a little flare out like that to prepare for the eyeliner. It gives it that wing, but like it's naturally coming from here. And just blending that. It's like, they call this the outer V shape. And now it just looks way better, in my opinion. Like pulling this into the lash line and a little bit up. It just looks really dark over here because of the shadow. It's actually not that dark. It looks more like this side. But at least this side kind of shows you exactly where I put it. That looks so dark. It's actually not like that. Anyways. Okay. And the last steps are liner. Now what I do is I start in here really thin and going in little strokes along. I'm using L'Oreal Linear Intense. It's my favorite. And I just go down to the end of the eye as if that's all I was doing. A lot of people, if you like it more natural, would just leave it like that because it's almost winged already from the eyeshadow, but I'm going to do a wing liner. So what I do is I draw a line up from like kind of in the direction where all the shadow's going, and then I draw another line to show how fat I want it up top, and then all that needs to be filled in the center. And there you have it. I'm just going to do this side quickly. Honestly, it took me a while to get used to this, but once I learned that trick of just drawing a V and then filling the V in. And the thing too is to be really patient. When you have to blink, let yourself blink. Take this away, because that is the worst. It gets all over your face. And then you kind of just want to eye it with the other one. They are twins, not sisters, so don't worry if it's not absolutely perfect. And that is that. And then last, but definitely not least, is mascara. I'm using They're Real by Benefit. It's a really good mascara, but it's definitely not my favorite because it's more for lengthening, and I already got really long lashes, so I like the ones that give volume. Like the less gel forms and the more like thick mascaras. Like MAC Plush Lash, and I like the Tarte one. What is it? I can't even think of the name. Lights, Camera, Lashes, or something like that. I think that's what it's called. And you just want to do a squiggly motion to really get it in there. And you can even go on top, because that makes them even more black. Now, I'm not into black liner in my bottom lash line or anything like that. I think it just shrinks the eyes. I sometimes put white liner actually in the lash line to make my eyes look bigger, like anime eyes. That's what they tell you to do. Alright, and I decided not to do brows. They're already filled in and looking good. Normally I would add a lipstick and whatever, but I kind of just like how this looks right now. So yeah, I will do a brow tutorial another day, and I will do like a red lip and all that kind of stuff too, and a more dramatic eyeshadow look, but that's how it looks. It's really natural and pretty, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Bye.